One vacuum and sewings live stream for Monday or Tuesday. I think I put Monday. Tuesday, the 12th of. What are you doing?
I'm trying to.
Why don't you just scoot over?
Because you're a screen hog.
What?
I'm tired. So,
I was cold last night.
Why didn't you cuddle me? I would cuddle
My
you.
poor little cherry tree.
That's I would have gone from cold to way too hot. From cold to sweating.
What do you mean? He doesn't let me cuddle him at night. I cuddle him and he immediately tells me he's sweating.
I start sweating like as soon as you touch me. This is too much information.
Oh man! So our kids had prom this weekend on Saturday night, and then we had a party afterwards at our place. I know. Can you believe we did that? And
we didn't even know both our kids were going to prom until like Wednesday night.
It was Tuesday. Tuesday, Kai told us.
It was Wednesday. Tuesday night, he decided he was not going.
Anyhow, ladies. Yeah, and so we said, what are you doing afterwards? Do you guys want to have some friends over to our house? No,
what really happened was we go, well, what are you guys doing? Are you going out for dinner? And they had no plans.
Yeah, they were going to go to
Red Robin
or In-N-Out Burger.
And then we're like, well, what are you guys doing afterwards? And they had no plans.
I'm like, how about next time, you find out about prom and we make a dinner reservation somewhere kind of nice.
How about we plan this out a little better?
You know what I love is I love that they just go with groups of friends. That it's not like I didn't go to my junior prom because nobody wanted to go with me.
I would have gone with you.
You would have gone. I didn't have a date, so I sat home on junior prom and just felt so sad.
Did you cry? I
didn't cry. But anyways, I love that they just go in groups. And like, how cute is that they do that? And it was so funny because we knew they'd be back late because Kai actually got nominated for the prom court.
Oh,
and they had to go on stage at 9:50. So we knew they'd be home after that. Well, it was probably like 10:15. Some kids drive up and they're
like walking around in the front yard.
I opened the door and they're like, "Is this the right house?" I'm like, "This is the house," because they're high schoolers. They're dressed in like.
I go, "Are you looking for Kai's house?" And they're like, "Yeah," and we're like, "Yeah, that's fine."
Well, come to find out, my kids
later
don't even know
they were
them.
like, "We didn't even know those kids."
They come in.
They hung out until like 1:00.
We're chatting. We're chatting with them, and then Patrick goes, "Oh, how do you know the twins? What did they say?" I just kind of walked away.
It was through they knew, I think, Raphael.
Oh, they knew a friend.
So they were a friend of a friend. But like then later we asked the kids,
and they're like, "We didn't even know them." And
they didn't even know who they were.
Our party was super mellow. Violet had already actually made plans to go sleep over at a girlfriend's house. So they left early and they stopped at another party to pick another friend up. And I guess they got to the party and there was a girl throwing up off of the porch. And
that sounds like the kind of prom parties I remember.
There's a girl holding her hair back. And Ronnie's like, "Is that so-and-so?" Thinking maybe it was her friend. And the girl's like, "I don't even know who this is." She didn't even know.
I'm just helping her out.
And then she walks in the door, and the first thing somebody says to her is, "Somebody puked right there.
Like you're standing in her puke.
Don't step in it." And our party was nothing like that.
Super mellow.
Violet goes, our party's the party of goody goodies.
Well, that's after Ronnie said that our party looked like a church group.
Yeah, it was definitely the goody goodies, but they had fun and it was no drama.
They stayed until almost 3.
Until almost 3 o'clock in the morning, so we were tired.
We went to bed.
we went upstairs, but we were listening, and everyone looked great, and they had fun, and it was really fun seeing these kids that I knew that were like, they went to kindergarten with, and they're all grown up. My kid is huge. We went to Whole Foods to get some food, and I turned around and I looked at him. I'm like, oh my God, you're huge. When did this happen?
He's not huge.
He's tall.
He's starting to get bigger, though. It's funny. He's starting to fill out a little.
But it was
sweet.
It was sweet. Patrick showed the boys how. Kai had another friend who was over, so Patrick showed them how to tie their ties. It was really sweet. And I'm already starting to stress out about the idea of them both being gone next year.
So then we run into a friend on Sunday morning he's out for a run, and we comment on this party and how much we love his daughter. We've known her forever, and he was just like, I'm so bummed his daughter's graduating this year and going off to college. And he basically was like, I am so bummed.
He's like, what am I going to
do next year when the kids are gone? Because both his kids are going to be gone.
So next year
both of our kids are going to be gone.
Burst into tears during the live feed. You know why. I'm already starting to stress out about that.
I am already planning for all the fun and free time I'm going to have.
I don't know about that.
It's going to be awesome. I'll go visit them and do fun stuff with them where they are, and then I won't worry about them at all. When
you were drag racing, Gail? Dragging. Car accident, dragging Maine. Is that what that means?
Not good memories. We were talking about, it's kind of crazy, this party that Violet went to, all the kids ended up getting kicked out. But what freaked me out about that whole thing was it meant the parents were home, and I guess it was pretty sloppy, the party, and I go, that was our rule. We told the kids, no drinking, no weed, no vaping, and if we see it, we have to call your parents. That can't happen in our house. And the funny thing is, the kids told us yesterday that their friends, some of whom had gone to both parties, were like, your party was fun because there was no drama.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And it was
that was our weekend.
And
we slept for 9 hours yesterday.
Did we?
Oh my God. We went to bed at 11 and slept until almost 9. You came to bed before I was asleep.
I think I got up early though, didn't I?
No.
Okay. So, you know what? I did get actually a good night's sleep. Last night I couldn't sleep, and I was like, is this part of becoming my next stage of life, that I don't sleep as well as I used to?
I was such a wreck on Sunday, having just had a handful of drinks. Not even a handful. Our friends came over, and we had a couple of glasses of wine. Parents came over for pictures. And then I had 2 beers after dinner. And
I had some wine too.
I started drinking a 3rd beer. This is over the course of hours. And I started feeling sick. And I was like, no time did I ever even really feel intoxicated. So I just poured that beer out and started drinking water. And then I was a wreck on Sunday.
His body battery wasn't very good, right? Was it Sunday, your body battery?
25%. I'm like, I'm old now. I can't drink anymore.
But yesterday, his body battery was 100%. He was fully charged, ladies. 50 marks, you never sleep. Oh, no. Jeez, don't say that, Gwen. I'm 51 right now. And I used to sleep so well. And
I used to joke that she was a professional sleeper.
It's hit or miss. Now it's hit or miss.
Like a log.
Michelle sleeps like a log. I'm going to channel
I'm a root.
my inner Michelle Gilmartin. That's what I'm going to do. So, thank you everyone for joining me yesterday for spring showers. I'm almost done. So I did post the videos. I have one more video to post, which is going to be the video on the large border strips, because I show you how to do the quilting with those. I'll get that posted. I'll get that finished sometime this week. I am piecing my scrappy bag. I sewed all yesterday. So Wednesday, I had trouble motivating because we were up so late and I was up so early. But I did start sewing sometime in the evening. I think I'll probably get my thing put together. We're going to do one more sew along. And I needed to look at the schedule because I think Michelle's classes are going to be starting.
Is there a sew along for 2 scoops?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're going to do a sew along for 2 scoops. 2 scoops isn't scheduled to come out, though. I think the date I saw on the website for my distributor is May 15th. We are going to do a sew along for the Liberty Pillow. And just so you know, ladies, with that one, I just got an email because they were supposed to ship me the mini flower fabric on the 8th. And their supplier is running late, and they said they won't get it in more towards the end of the month. So I'm probably going to make a substitution. So I'll let you know, and I'll show you the fabric, and I'll make sure you're okay with that. But there's probably going to be a substitution, so you don't have to wait. Yeah. So I'm hoping I'll have those kits for you with the substitution sometime next week. It's still going to be absolutely amazing and beautiful. It'll still all be Kimberbell fabric too.
Hey, and if somebody, this is just out of curiosity, but we forgot our primary computer and I'm using a different computer and I'm just curious as to the quality of the stream, sound, video, stuff like that. It all looks good from this end. In fact, our bit rates are higher on this computer, which I'm not really sure. But if you don't mind just commenting on the quality of the video, that'd be great. We are still very caught up in service. Like, we're within a couple of days. There are some changes happening here in that we've lost Max Tuesday through Thursday, which has been a huge help. I think Max may still be doing some work with us. If you want
to work here, your name has to end in AX. So Dax, Max,
or Alex. So the God, it's so funny. Like, they're saying that the quality's higher. Our bit rates are higher on this computer. I don't know if I totally appreciate what a wonderful machine this totally is.
Yeah.
So anyways, so service is caught up. I would almost tell you get it in now, not like a week from now, because right now we're just figuring out voice doesn't match
like we're dubbed.
Mouth.
It's like we're like a kung fu movie.
So that may be the benefit of the other computer, is that it's just processing the information faster. But that's actually a really good thing to point out, that lag, Joanne. So we're
caught up.
So we are caught up right now. I don't know if that'll be true next week because Alex will end up on vacuums most days. Or the boys will be splitting more vacuums.
I forgot my machine again. And you know what else? There was a filter by the door.
What filter?
I bent my needle thread
Where?
this weekend.
At the door from my sewing room out.
Meaning we got a package and you didn't tell me? See how things go?
And I forgot my machine again.
So anyways, I'd say sooner than later for sure. Like, if you've been sitting and waiting at all, don't wait anymore, because I don't know what that means for service. Although the guys' numbers have been fantastic. And once again, I mean, it's been a while since I've said it, but we just couldn't do it without the guys. And the guys have been absolutely killing it. So if you get the chance, say thank you to the guys, because the guys work super hard. We are, I can't even remember what I was about to say.
That's okay. I can talk. So So let's talk about upcoming classes and things that are going to be going on.
Do you need me for anything else right now?
You can go. Michelle and I can finish up.
Let's do our giveaway. Why don't
Giveaway! We need like a giveaway song.
You know what's so funny is that's actually something my son has been talking about.
He thinks we need like
He's
some
like,
kind of theme music.
well, but I can do that with all this, like an intro. Like when we do the giveaway, it'll be like, and spin around, and like he's like, I can do all that stuff for you, Dad. And I'm like, cool, you can do it next year.
Rolo, I thought I sent out the email for the reading pillow, and we didn't even get to finish. I think I was Sunday stitching. You know, like Sunday driving. You get it? I was Sunday stitching. We didn't get to finish it, so I told, I think I sent out that email. So I will check. Let me check on that. So, reading pillow video to Rolo. And I did work on something this weekend. Number one, I did work on spring showers afterwards and filmed all that stuff and worked on my scrappy bag because that's how I use all my fabric. Michelle and I are going to do a class together. I don't want you to think I've forgotten about the Serger project. That is still going to go up. I'm going to kit it. And I ordered fabric and I kitted it and I'm going to kit it. So I'm just waiting for the fabric on that. I have the patterns. I just hate it when it's like you have to wait for stuff. So I have all of that. So Serger Class is going to happen. This is another class that, oh my God, I have another amazing class. I'm so excited. And it's nothing really that exciting or new, but I didn't realize Stitch Delight has a pattern for their poinsettia, the Hoffman poinsettia. And right now is a time, I don't know if you can put that out there, Secretary Mundy. Why don't I try and do it? Here is the link. I think.
Oops, hang on.
I might know how to do this. I'm going to try. So, Stitch Delight, who is the one that created the embroidery designs for the Dream Big panel, which has the giant flower on it. And people come into the store all the time and point it out because it is really amazing and beautiful. And when people see it, they think it looks like free motion, but it's really all embroidery designs that are specially digitized. Is this us? Nope. Nope.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for our live feed right now so I can put in the link to Stitch Delight.
That's probably up here.
So they have the digitized designs for the poinsettia. And we are going to do that.
You got
normally,
I think yours looks so different than mine because you have your stuff all blown up, like your print's really big.
I think I just needed to refresh, and it'll be right there. I'm going to show it to you. Can you show it on here? Can you go to Stitch Delight?
What are you trying to show?
Here we are.
Okay.
Here we are. Okay, I'm going to put it in here. Comment. All right, I just put I did that.
Heather Mundy had already done it.
Oh
but
my
anyways,
God. Heather! Oh my God, you're so good. Okay, the reason I'm showing you that is because it's on sale right now. It's normally the design is $129.99, and it's on sale for $35.99. Yes, ladies, I said that, and I didn't make a mistake. It's on sale for $35.99. So there's a couple different options for this design, and you can go to that link. But there is, I don't have an affiliate link for it, but it's so beautiful. I think you should all get it. You can do it for the printed panel. That's what I purchased because I was a little confused. I was like, which design do I need to get? If you're going to be doing the panel, you buy the design for the printed panel, then there's a long arm design, and then there's small hoops. And small hoops, there's like smaller ones that you can do. So once we all get that, and I'm ordering the panels today from Hoffman, there is a poinsettia, a red poinsettia, and there's a white poinsettia. So I'm going to be, and if you look at it and it seems like something you're going to be interested in doing, I know. Isn't that amazing? So, and I sent her an email to be like, how long's the sale going to go on? So I wanted to let you know about it now so that you don't miss it. But it'll be digitized designs. And if you look at it, it's absolutely gorgeous.
people always commented with the Hoffman panel and the Hoffman panel class and like all that stuff. I think folks really
show it to 'em?
learned a lot. I'm not. I'm getting ready to go. So the so a lot of people commented on the fact that that they learned a lot about IQ and the use of IQ and positioning.
not through the Hoffman.
No, but I think it was like positioning and stuff like that. Like I think people always
you
told
won't learn
me,
anything from IQ from. So I usually do it in 2 different classes. Number 1 class, I'll do a class where we use the embroidery designs, and I have a lot of tips and tricks to make it so it stitches well. And some people are kind of intimidated by it. It works best if you have a camera. And actually, I only teach the class if you have a camera or you're going to have the app capability where you can take a picture. So number 1, we'll do that because the other, you can do it without a camera, but you're going to be working and gridding everything out and placing. We just don't have time for that. So I will do a class where we use the embroidery designs. Get your design now from Stitch Delight. And then I will also do a class where we do, we work with fills, quilting with the fills. And that's what Patrick's talking about, where we use the fills that are built into your machine, which means you must have either IQ Designer or Design Center.
It would have to be, Joanne, to use it on your machine. So I'm sure there's a PES file in there.
Yeah, they'll send you every single version. So when you order this, you'll get every single version. But make sure that you purchase the panel design. That's the one that you're going to want, unless you have a machine that only has smaller hoops. But I think you need for this, it's 9.5 by 14. So you're going to need a 9.5 by 14 inch hoop. So we will be doing those 2 classes. It is gorgeous. It's going to take me a couple of, oh, can you answer that?
It's Donna. Rash.
Paradise is going to get started, so everyone needs to get logged down for that. But it's going to be amazing, beautiful. This is what it looks like. Patrick won't let me put it up. But this is the poinsettia. So I'll be getting the panels, and you will be doing the embroidery, or we're going to be using the fills in the machine. So look for that class probably sometime in May. The other class Michelle and I are going to be doing, I'm so excited about this class. Wait, there were 3 things I was really excited about. Number 1, we're going to do the poinsettia. Number 2, we're going to do the serger bag, and we're going to kit that out. Number 3, this is the other thing that I worked on this weekend. Ta-da! So, I think you saw this before I pieced everything together because I showed this to you. And what we started with, here, Patrick will
It'll include all the versions, Rollo, but you need the PES version.
Oh, do you have to choose? Oh, look at Heather put it up. So this is what I started with. I started with this pattern. This pattern is Sweet Land of Liberty, not to be confused with the Kimberbell pillow. That's also going to be Sweet Land of Liberty. How ironic is that, right? Well,
Rollo, I think that's you who's calling. We'll talk after the live stream.
This pattern is a hand stitching pattern. So this is meant to be done as needlework, right? Stitchery, do they call it stitchery too? Michelle and I are going to teach this together. Why is that funny? Why is that funny? Huh?
We'll just talk about it later.
I don't know what that's. This is what we started with. So we started with this image. And the reason Michelle and I are going to do this together is because it's going to be scan and cut. And then it's going to be IQ. I'm going to do the IQ part of the class. And Michelle's going to do the scan and cut part of the class. And this is what I've been waiting for. All right. We're going to scan it in. And we're going to work from a JPEG. We're going to create a JPEG. That's going to be scan and cut. All these little itty bitty pieces. Can you hand that back to me? You were supposed to just keep holding it. Like my Vanna. I'm Pat Sajak. And you're Vanna. You're so much cuter.
I'm the good-looking one.
You're so... Patrick! You are the good-looking one. All right. So in this pattern, these were the things that we needed to cut. And so Michelle and I were just talking about it. You need 32 1.5-inch squares for the red and 16 1.5-inch squares for the white. 16 of the 1.5 by 2.5.
And that's all cut?
We're going to cut it in Scan and Cut. We're going to cut all of those little pieces. This is the perfect project. And I'm kidding this too. So I have this gorgeous, this is from Moda. I have all the fabric. There's some Kimberbell. And I think the white background we used grunge. So we are going to be cutting all those little pieces out. And it's going to be done, I think partly we were talking about it today because I'm like, how does that work? And so we're going to do it in, because I know that's why a lot of you, that's like the reason, one of the reasons I got my Scan and Cut is I want to be able to cut precise, perfect pieces. Just lay it out, put down my fabric, and have it do all of those 1.5-inch squares. So she's going to do that part, the scanning, and then the cutting of all the pieces. And then I'm going to be taking it into IQ with you. We're going to be putting the design in. We're going to assign all the line properties. I'm going to show you how to separate things so that you can isolate parts.
Did you color that?
Violet,
yeah,
colored,
it's
Violet
stitched,
and I colored it.
Stitched and then colored.
Yes, and don't look closely because I took it and folded it all up. We did it with charcoals, and so when I folded it up, it like touched the other part. I'm gonna use markers next time. This was a learning experience for me because I hadn't done anything like this.
The center is actually stitched, then colored, not printed, but stitched. So they scanned and created a design, and then stitched the design in the center, and then colored it in.
Yeah, we did some blanket stitch, some straight line.
We gotta do the giveaway because I gotta get to work.
Some straight line. I think what we'll do when we do the class is we'll go ahead and we'll do some fills too. So I'm super excited. We gotta do the giveaway.
Oh, you did it already.
Are they all on? Hey,
What?
for Paradise?
Not yet.
Is she having problems?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
I got her covered.
So, we do a giveaway every Friday. The giveaway this last week was a very good one. Why don't you show them what we're giving away?
This is for the person that just says hello.
We ask a question. If you answer that question and the random comment picker chooses your question, then you win the grand prize. If not, you'll win the Bitsy Box design. The grand prize is...
This is the embroidery thread kit with the designs for the clutch bags.
I don't think you can
question?
do that, Lisa, with your Scan and Cut and your FAF.
What you can do is with your Scan and Cut, you can print so we're going from a JPEG. And so you can't put a JPEG into your FAF.
Yeah, that only works on machines with design.
You could scan
Design
it in.
Center, IQ.
You can cut the pieces, but that's as far as you're going to be able to go. I guess you know what we could do is
She could use the pen set and draw it.
For those people who do not have the Scan and Cut, so for those people who don't have the Scan and Cut and want to talk to you about this, if you don't have that, you can join me. Number one, you need to get one. Number two, you can join me for the part of the class. So Michelle's going to do the beginning part of the class with the Scan and Cut. I'm going to do the IQ Design Center part of the class. So if you have a machine with IQ Designer or Design Center, I will send you the file that you can put in there later on. So you can still do that. Unfortunately, you can't do that with a FAF.
Yeah, this is about taking the scan design and actually creating an embroidery out of it in your machine, which is an exclusive feature to the Baby Lock and Brother IQ and Design Center machines. Hey, will you ask Dax to open the front door?
Okay. So what was our question last week?
I don't know. We'll see.
Does anyone...
if it.
Oh, you know what? Because we need to know what the question was so we can see if the answers are pertinent. Linda.
Oh, we asked, do you have a serger and what do you like about it? Had a baby lock serger, didn't use it much at all. Got it in the 1990s, not much use for one, and I've never missed it. So that was Linda, and that actually did answer the question.
Can you hand me that? So I whipped this up last night. It probably took me on my serger. I went ahead and I made that special custom piping because I can tell you right now this pillow wouldn't be as cute without it. And then I went ahead and I put the zipper in and then I put it all together. So when you look at it, it has all of those gorgeous finished edges on the inside. So you can say you don't need one, but you need one. And I brought some of my tools today so I could do some.
You won the embroidery
so
thread.
that I could do some demoing today because we're gonna do some of that. I brought all of that my feet with me to do some of that demoing. So you won. Congratulations! Woo! Evolution. Never get those in. So if you're looking for a serger and you want a great deal on a gently used one, you should call us.
So why can I not see?
Who's our other prize winner, Patrick?
Let's see here. I don't know why it didn't. Oh, there it is. So, Carol Kitchen Master. No problem.
Kitchen Master.
So Carol
you win the pattern.
Wins the pattern.
Which will be super fun for you. And I think people love that pattern. Once you do it once, you could blow it up on your own and make something with it and make even bigger bags once you learn the concept.
That's it for me. Bye, ladies.
So I'm putting your names on that stuff, but we're super excited about that. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You're going to learn so much. Did you have something you wanted to?
I did. I wanted to talk about the patches and I wanted to talk about the...
Come on over. Michelle has some stuff to talk to you about.
Hello, everyone. So, Jeannie showed you the pillow already. Did you tell them about the scan and cut part of it?
Yeah, you're going to do the
we
scan
looked
and
at
cut
this,
part.
and I thought, you guys know I don't shred fabric on a regular basis. It's not what I do. I don't shred it and sew it back together again. But I looked at this pillow and went, ooh, scan and cut project. And what's nice about it is you can save all those cut files. In case your geese need to fly somewhere else in another quilt, you'll already have it saved.
So you'll have the file saved for all the little squares, the bigger square, the little strips. This is kind of a perfect beginner project.
It is.
For
It
cutting
really is.
cutting those shapes.
Did you tell them about they had to have their scan and cut class, their first scan and cut class though?
Yes,
Yeah,
you
okay.
have to. And if you want to just hand cut everything, and
You can certainly hand cut.
You can join me. You don't have to do that first class. You can join me for the second class, which is going to be IQ Designer Design Center.
Yeah, it was such a fun project. So this weekend, I have been doing some little tutorials on the My Connection. Last Tuesday, I had a Technique Tuesday for how to connect the My Connection feature between your scan and cut 330 SDX 330D or 335 if you have that model, and your Luminaire. So I did a design this weekend where I took a file that was built into the scan and cut, and I sent it to the Luminaire with My Connection, opened it up in Design Center, and turned it into an applique embroidery file. So that's the one I posted today, or I sent it to Patrick. I also thought that, patches. So I had bought a design from Embroidery, and I wanted to make a patch out of it. And it's really specific that none of the Disney designs that are on the scan and cut will transfer through My Connection. Sorry. It's just the built-in patterns that are on the machine. So I thought, because I had bought this really cute little file on Embroidery to make Cruella.
So really quickly, they're still waiting for Donna. So was there an issue, and can I help?
Yeah, it should be. Donna was having a little bit of time trouble logging in this morning, so we're trying to hammer that out for her. So please just be patient. She's there. She's trying to get logged in. She should be there shortly. So I bought the design. I wanted to make a patch out of it, and so I did on the Luminaire. I created a patch using a file that I purchased from Embroidery, and then I sent the circle of the patch, the poly patch twill, to the Scan and Cut right from my Luminaire to cut the patch for me before I started sewing, and then I added the satin stitching to make this image a patch on the Luminaire. So things that I found out, I absolutely love poly patch twill. I hadn't really used it a lot, but I used it a lot this weekend, and it's amazing. And then also patch attach. So I have a video that I finished doing this morning at like 5 in the morning on making a patch with the My Connection feature. So this is actually going to be a class, I think. So we're going to make patches with some of the built-in designs that are on the Luminaire, and then send them to the Scan and Cut to cut the patch twill, and then apply patch attach to the back so that it's an iron-on patch. So I should have the logistics of that done, or the supply list done sometime this week, and it should go up onto the schedule by early next week. So you should have already had your My Connection. You should have, in order to do the patch attach this class, I'll have another patch class for those of you that do not have a Scan and Cut and do not have, or a Scan and Cut with My Connection. I'll have another patch class later using BES Blue or /Simply Applique to create patches, and then and just sew them out on any embroidery machine. I'll have that one later. But right now I wanted to throw a class out there using My Connection that was just really a lot of fun. So that'll come up first. Is there a way to find out the color charts for the built-in patterns on your embroidery machine? Yes, if they're built in on your embroidery machine, you got a quick start guide. And you also got a pattern guide in your literature in the box. And if you get that pattern guide out, it gives you the color chart for every single pattern on your machine. So that's kind of a built-in thing.
Okay, but you do have shampoo.
All right. So that's all I got is patches. And also there's a couple spots left in the photo stitch class this Saturday. Starting this Saturday, there's a couple spots left. And there's one spot left in the Monday version, which starts on the 25th. If you need me to ship your swatch packet, please let me know. I sent a notice out this weekend with my email address in the notice in 2 places to just email me and let me know where you want me to send your swatch pack to. You don't have to have it before class. Probably won't sew out a photo stitch in the first class, and you'll be sewing on your own time anyway. So it's not urgent. It's just a nice little swatch pack to take with you when you go to shop. If you're not familiar with different different weights of fabric, like bull denim, twill, drill fabric, 100% cotton, other fabrics that are a heavier weight than just quilt cotton. Quilt cotton and muslin are not suitable at all for the photo stitch class. So if you're taking that class, please don't sew out your photo stitch on those fabrics. You'll be really disappointed. So part of the class is to learn what works really well with it. So you see a beautiful stack of fabric on the table that I know absolutely nothing about, Betty. So you're going to have to wait for tomorrow for Jeannie to ask that question.